Good morning, students. Today we are going to study in detail the lecture number 19, which is based on the essay of Love by Francis Bacon. Dear students, today we are going to study Francis Bacon's last and fifth essay. Fifth and last essay of love. Before this essay, we have studied of parents and children, of study, of revenge, of parents and children, of study. And this is the of love. And of friendship. And in this last essay of love, Francis Bacon very well explores the unique philosophy about love. And Francis Bacon very well clears that the love is only we can see, enjoy, and discuss only on the stage or in the theaters, not in the real life of man. Because in the real life of man or in our real life, if we try to love, it makes the fun of us, means it will makes the comedy DS like us. So most of the time Francis Bacon also highlights that many people, most of the time, when they are of great status, but if they fall in love, they also lose their everything. The ideal examples also Francis Bacon here gives of certain ideal peoples who are great, of great status, of great natures. But what happens when they fell in love? When they failed in love, they lose everything. So, my dear students, what Francis Bacon expresses through his unique philosophical, moral, social, universal essays, though it may be of love, of friendship, of revenge, of study, of parents and children, and so on, that you have to keep in mind forever. Because this is the philosophy that is forever we have to follow. So, what Francis Bacon expresses through this essay, that at the very beginning Francis Bacon says, this stays, here he says, this stays is more beholding to love than the real life of man. According to Francis Bacon, in those days what happens? The most of the plays, dramas enacted on the stage, स्टेजवर परफॉर्म करायचे, त्याच्यामुळे तो स्टेज म्हणतो. But nowadays the drama section is totally converted into the film, and now we watch the film on the screen. So instead of stage, we simply convert it now as a screen. पडदा त्यावेळेस रंगमंच असायचं. He says the stage is more bewildering to love than the real life of man. Means love only we have to enjoy. see, watch on the stage, but you don't try to practice it, implement it into the real life. Otherwise, what will happen? If you try to practice, implement into the real life, then you will lose everything, including you. So he says, for he says, for as to the stage, he further says, for as to the stage, love is ever matter of love is ever matter of comedies and now and then of tragedies. And now and then of tragedies. So what he meant is that it is not for the real life, it is only on the stage, in the theater or on the screen. That is, we have to enjoy. If you try to implement into the real life, what happens? Love is ever matter of comedies, means it makes a comedy of you, means तुमच्या जीवनाची थट्टा होऊन जाईल, मस्कर होईल, लोक हसतील. And now and then it become a matter of tragedies. Tragedy म्हणजे तुमच्या जीवनाची ट्रॅजेडी होईल, म्हणजे शोकांतिका होईल. शोकांतिका means whatever you are now, the position you held now, the property you have now, you will lose everything if you follow the love. It means that it becomes a tragedy. Tragedy means whatever the position is, you lose it. जे काय तुमचं पोझिशन आहे आज, त्यापासून तुम्ही फार खाली गेलेले असेल, सर्वस्व गमावलेलं असेल, तुमचं काहीच शिल्लक नसेल, त्याला आपण ट्रॅजेडी, म्हणजे आहे त्या परिस्थितीपासून खाली जाणं. रिव्हर्स जर्नी म्हणजेच tragedy. Losing everything means tragedy. Nothingness means tragedy. So, just at the beginning, what Francis Bacon say, just you keep in mind, the stage is more bewildering to the love than the real life of man, for as to the stage, love is ever matter of comedies and now and then of tragedies. So, don't follow the pattern of love, otherwise you will become a matter of comedy and become also a tragedy. And most of the time, Francis Bacon also further says this pattern of love, according to Francis Bacon, is not for human beings. He further says, in life, it doth mischief, means it doesn't get to you, instead it gives you mischief. And it is sometimes like a siren and sometimes like a fury, means it doesn't get you but it misguides you. Sometimes like a siren and sometimes like a fury, means if you involve in such action, such love, it doesn't get you. Instead, your life become a siren type, become furious, गोंधळलेला असेल, disturb असेल, and so on असेल. And here he says, in the ancient time, Francis Bacon says that you may observe that amongst the great and worthy persons, though it may be ancient or recent, there is not one that hath transported from the mad degree of love. Means in the history also, amongst great people, worthy people, noble people who are of the noble positions, who have ideal status, who have wives and children, and who have a lot of respect in the society, but such people, when they become involved in the love, they are transported to the love, and what happened? They become mad. They have lost everything and finally they loosed, means over matter of comedies and tragedies. So we are the common people in the history. Great ideal people also become victim. The degree of love means and mad became mad. It means that, which shows that the great spirits and great business do keep out these weak passions. Means one must be away from this weak passion, passion of love. Means you must have to keep your business. You must be away from this each and everything, because if you involve in the love, if you involve in such passion, weak passion, you will lose everything. Because in real life, we don't have to practice the love that Bacon says. Because Bacon is very firm with the idea that love only suits in the theater or on the stage, not in the real life. Francis Bacon here gives the example of Marcus Antonius and Appius Claudius. Here he gives the example of Marcus Antonius, the emperor of, we can say, partner of Rome, and who fell in love with Cleopatra and lost everything. Means such type of great, worthy and brave man also fell. And the second example is Appius Claudius. The decemvir and log. One of the ideal people, one of the great people among the 10, who is a lawgiver and stand for the unique identity. How? Means these two people, according to Francis Bacon, are of the noble heart or of the noble position. And also, this Marcus Antonius is the hub partner of the Rome and who have saved the Rome from many battles and who have won many battles. So, as a reward of his victory, bold heart, he became the hub emperor of Rome. In the same we have Appius Claudius, the man, one of among the 10 people who is wise, who is a lawgiver and respected throughout the kingdom. These two examples Francis Bacon puts forth, and you have to take the decision. What to do means either love is good or bad, that we have to find out. One, according to Francis Bacon, this Appius Claudius and Marcus Antonius. According to him, Marcus Antonius was a voluptuous man and inordinate. Voluptuous man means that is behind the passion. Though he is strong, brave, everything, and inordinate means there is no balance, not wise like that. But compared to Marcus Antony, he is a brave one, but of the high position. But compared to him, Appius Claudius was an instrument. Appius Claudius have manners, ideology, manners, wisdom, a very wise man. Then also, both become the victim of love and lose everything. Hence, the half emperor of Rome, and one day comes, he has nothing remained. Not only his partnership, not his bravery, not his boldness, and finally he also loses his family and everything. So he gives the example of such people who become the victim of love and lose everything. Marcus Antonius fell in love with Cleopatra. Fell in love with Cleopatra, the queen of Egypt. Cleopatra was the queen of Egypt. Antony and Cleopatra is also a well-known play by William Shakespeare. Here also, in that play also, William Shakespeare highlights the love of Antony and Cleopatra, and for the sake of love, how he loses everything, including his family. And this Mark Antonius was the lover of Cleopatra, the queen of Egypt, and he shared the Roman Empire with King Augustus from 42 to 31 BC. Because Marcus Antonius was the hub partner of Rome, and also the hub partner was King Augustus. And when this Marcus Antonius fell in love with Cleopatra, so slowly and slowly he is diverted from his strength, means power, energy, and he is totally involved in the love, voluptuousness, passion towards Cleopatra, and in that love game, he step by step diverted from his war, battles, involvement, and slowly he becomes weak and loses everything, whatever he has earned, whatever he has gained. And finally, the same case of Appius Claudius, one of the 10 commissioners appointed in 451 BC to draw up the laws of Rome. Means Appius Claudius is one commissioner among the 10. One commissioner among the 10 who is appointed to design the law on the Rome. One among the 10. One among the 10 means like a governor who governs. Commissioner appointed in 1451 BC. And the time of Antony and Cleopatra is 42 to 31 BC, and the Appius Claudius time is 451 BC to draw the laws of Rome. Means this is one of the ideal, noble, and one of the person who is among the top 10 as a commissioner, and whose duty is to draw up the laws of Rome. Means various law he has to implement, involve, and so on. So this is of such type of ideal, noble, the wise man like Appius Claudius also become a victim of love. He fell in love with a girl called Virginia. Means he fell in love with a girl called Virginia, and he in such a way involved in that love like Antony with Cleopatra, Appius Claudius involved in the love, passion, and attracted towards the beauty of Virginia, totally involved towards the Virginia, and totally went away. It only gone away from the each and every routine, business, duty of his for which he is assigned. And finally, what happened? He has to lose himself first. He lose means Mark Antony and Appius Claudius both, when they involved in the love of Cleopatra and Virginia respectively, they first have lose their own identity, who they are. Secondly, they have lost their strength, means for which they have strength. Means Antony as a brave soldier, and while Appius Claudius as a wise man, both have lost their identity as a soldier and as a wise man respectively. And finally, they have step by step loosed for the law whatever they have earned, whatever the fortune they have collected, whatever the prosperity they have developed, everything they have loosed. And finally, they totally gone away from their families and children, because they have not also accepted them due to their voluptuousness, passion, and also such love which the society doesn't accept. And finally, they have lost everything. So, the purpose of Francis Bacon through this essay is only that the love is a design. Love issue is only suits on the stage, in the theaters, on the screens, in the films, in the dramas, like we have seen. What happened in the case of Romeo and Juliet? What happened in the case of Bajrao and Mastani? What happened in the case of so many and so people? Because they have lost everything. Because such type of love of Bajrao towards Mastani, being a married man, one of the brave soldier, and who has not lost a single battle, means we have won all the 14 battles. Such type of brave warrior like Bajirao Peshwa also become the victim of love, being a married, having a children also, and lose everything. Hence, the same example of Antony and Cleopatra also, example of Romeo and Juliet also, because they have lost not only whatever they have, but they have finally lost themselves also. So, Francis Bacon very well highlights his idea, notion, concepts about the love, and which is only suits on the stage, on the screens, not the real life of man. With this, I stop here. The further section we will see in the lecture number 20. Thank you very much.